Hey guys, how's it going? Robert Warshak here, and we're going to be going over what are the best and worst of the new class quests. As we know, Saviors of Uldum, each class got its own quests. Some quests are better than others, and a question I've been getting a lot is, hey Rob, do you mind, can you rank them? Which ones are the best to climb with? Which ones are the most fun? So with that, we're going to start with again, this is all opinion based, but just from the hundreds of games that I've played so far, what I've seen, I have ranked them from worst to best, the worst being what we're going to do now, and then we'll make our way up to the best. So the worst is the Warrior quest, and that's currently because of Dr. Boom. Dr. Boom is just going to shadow this quest. There's no reason to change your hero power into the core, which you get to summon a 4/3 golem after your hero attacks, when you can have Dr. Boom, the mad genius. All your mechs get rushed, and we've got really good hero powers basically every single turn, right? So currently this is the worst just because of that. And then to add on to that, I have yet to see a single person on ladder at hundreds of games. I've yet to see a single person I play against play this. Period. On top of that, I've yet to see anybody else that I watch on Twitch play this and or play against this. So I think that's in itself enough to just no. We're not playing this one. It is not a safe craft as of yet. I do not recommend crafting this one. It seems to be pretty bad when Dr. Boom is around. Next, we're going to take a look at the Hunter quest. It's summon 20 minions, really hard to complete. The hero power, give your minions +2 attack. This does stay. It's not just for the turn, so every turn you're able to give, if it sticks, the minion +2 attack. So it's pretty powerful, but the problem is summoning 20 minions just to get this. There are other quests that are much easier to complete that have just as big as a board impact as this quest here. This is another one of those I have yet to see. I have yet to play against a person who has actually played this against me. I played this quest. It felt fucking terrible. And I have seen it one other time, I believe on Firebat stream, he played against someone with this quest and he totally decimated them. So that's the extent of the Unsteal the Vault. Again, there are just other quests that do really great things that are just easier to complete. I would have liked to see either the Warrior or the Hunter, either of these quests maybe getting a buff when they did the most recent changes, which are coming out tomorrow. But next one we're going to take a look at is going to be the Warlock one. So again, we're moving actually to people sometimes playing these decks. We played against a couple quest Warlocks. Basically, we killed all of them besides one when we were playing like a control warrior, and they had the Mechathune version of the quest Warlock, which is actually really good against other control decks because you basically just shuffle through your deck and your entire deck is used for removal. But besides that, again, draw 20 cards. That's a lot. That's a huge requirement. And then from there, you get the tome that says draw a card. It costs 0. But by then, you've drawn a ton of your deck. There's not going to be much left. And, not every turn you're going to be able to draw a great card. Plus, you still have to pay 2 mana for it. So it's not a competitive deck. It's not a great way to climb ladder. This is more so the Warlock quest is strictly fun, but you're not going to be doing that well with it on ladder. And if you're looking to climb and you're looking to win, this is not the deck for you. If you're looking to have a good time and lose most of your games, but you're going to have a good time, this would be a good route for you to take. The next one we're going to take a look at is going to be the Hunter, or the Mage quest, not the Hunter one. The Mage quest, this is a little bit more competitive than the Warlock one, but again, fairly hard to complete, and it's not really, there's no quest mage out there right now that's doing really well. Casting 10 spells, it doesn't sound like a lot. When we reviewed this cards, I was like, oh, casting 10 spells is easy, but casting 10 spells, it takes quite a bit of time. Then you got the hero power that you still have to pay 2 mana for, and then it adds a random mage spell to your hand that costs 2 less. There's a lot of really good mage spells, and there's a lot of really bad mage spells. And currently, with Mage being the best deck to play right now, it's not running the quest at all, and it runs a shit ton of spells. That should tell you something. Taking a look at the next one, it's going to be the Rogue one. I've seen a couple people run Quest Rogue. It's actually pretty cool. It's a pretty fast-paced deck, and it's not that different than the normal tempo rogue that we're seeing now. You don't really have to add too much besides the new 2 mana, steal 2 cards from your opponent. It still runs Blink Fox, and the new Cat card runs Vendetta. It kind of feels like a burn rogue when you play this one. And on top of that, a 3/2 weapon when you're immune while attacking is really, really good, whether you're just trading into minions or going face. Like, this is a quest that you can complete by turn 4, turn 5, and it's a very fast paced, just get your opponent down. 2 mana, 3/2 weapon, really good. I mean, if we look back at Odd Rogue, that was a 2 mana, 2/2 weapon, but you actually, again, you took damage when you attack. So this is, again, a little bit harder to complete than just an odd deck, but the weapon is really good, and I think this deck is definitely more competitive than all of the ones that we covered, and it's actually not that different than the decks that we've or the tempo rig that we see now. Plus, it's really not that expensive to build. A lot of these other decks would require you to have multiple other legendaries, while this quest rogue deck, there's not like huge requirements, right? The new like rogue card that steals 2 cards, like it's a common or a rare, and that's like half of this quest's completion is just 1 card. So I think that's pretty cool and fairly a good deck. Moving to the priest, we've posted quite I believe 2 or 3 wall priest videos where I do play this quest, and there's a couple other renditions of the deck that I want to make, a more aggro and / mid-range priest. Is the quest in the priest necessary for the priest deck to be good? No, but it's a really good card once it's completed to put on minions. +3/+3 and restore 3 health is insane. And once this gets completed, you just kind of blow out your opponent. And restoring 15 health, not the hardest, especially with the new cards that heal a lot. There's the 5 mana 5/5 at the end of your turn, heal a damaged ally, whether that's face or another minion. So super good. And I actually have a lot of success with this deck, and we've played against people who have beat us with this quest. And we see the quest priest a lot more than we would quest warrior, which we've actually seen none of, and like quest hunter, which we've seen none of. So if people are playing this, it's got to be good enough to play, and we actually have a lot of experience with it, and it was actually pretty good. Moving to the druid, the untapped potential. We actually had a lot of success with our quest druid deck. We made quite a few renditions. There's like a token druid rendition, there's like a Nomi rendition. So Soup, in my opinion, has a lot of potential in the future, and I think there's a lot of good deck lists out there that just haven't been refined yet, and not a lot of people are testing because Mage is just like controlling the meta right now. So once Mage and Warrior take a couple knocks off their sleeve, maybe, you know, Quest Druid can rise to the occasion. But we see a lot more Quest Druid than I do Quest Rogue. Again, we're like, when we move up the quests of talking about how good they are, like, it also correlates to how many people are playing the deck, because there's a lot more refined lists with those quests, and there's more people playing it because it probably wins more, and people like winning, so it's got to be pretty good, right? So Untapped Potential, in my opinion, really fun. It's just a really fun Druid card, and all of the decks that go along with the Quest Druid are really, really fun decks. Moving towards the Paladin, this is actually my favorite of all of the quests. It's going to be making the Mummies quest, play 5 reborn minions, then you get the Emperor Wraps, which summons a 2/2 copy of a friendly minion, which is basically Faceless Manipulator. This is a deck I've been playing a shit ton on ladder with and on stream with, if you've caught any of those. I don't know why I like this deck. I don't know why I think it's so fun, but there's going to be a lot of Reborn Paladin videos come pretty shortly. I think the deck is really good, and like I said, I have a lot of fun time playing it. And again, really powerful ability in the quest. Most of the time we complete it by turn 6. Looking at, like, you know, the Warlock and the Hunter one, you know, those guys, you're not completing those in the first 6 turns of the game. You know, making the Mummies, we can do that, and the Quest Druid, we can do that. So as we see, the quests that are better are ones that we're completing, you know, earlier in the game, you know, turn maybe 7 the latest. So making Mummies really good, my favorite, and it's going to be this is the second best, in my opinion, the best one, and has the highest potential, and is the most consistent out of all of the quests, is going to be the Shaman one. Corrupt the Waters quest, play 6 Battlecry cards, and then you get the Heart, and the Heart says your Battlecry is triggered twice this turn. This is the most popular quest on ladder. Most of the time when you're going to play against a Shaman, it's going to be Quest Shaman, and I'm sure you've experienced how good the Heart is once this quest is complete, and they start hitting you in the face with, you know, 1 mana 4 damage lackeys, and the new Wasp that does 6 damage, and Life Drinkers, and, you know, Cable Rats to generate 2 lackeys. I mean, once this quest is complete, which they can do by turn like 4 or 5 the earliest, 6 to 7 the latest, and once that gets going, the value of the deck's insane, the damage output's insane. The only problem is the minions themselves are relatively weak, but the battle cries is what makes them strong, and they're able to just keep using those battle cries because of the Heart, you know, triggering twice is insane. So with that, hopefully you guys agree, and if you don't agree, let me know in the comment section below of what order you think they should be, or anything I mixed up or missed out. But I think I hit this pretty much on the head. This is what I've seen on ladder. You know, we've played a lot this since I've gotten back from vacation, and this is what we've seen. If this at any point in time changes and quests make big drastic steeps forward and or down, when we make this video, and I'll explain that. But so far, in the 2 weeks, 3 weeks that the expansion has been out, this is where I would place these new legendary quests. So with that, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and this gives you a better idea of what to craft. Of course, I'm Robert Warshak, and happy whatever the hell day it is.